Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Comic Book Club. I'm Alex.
I'm Justin.
And Pete is still away, but we're here. Are united in talking about Image United. Number one, an event 3,500 years in the making.
God.
Finally getting the titans of the comic book industry back together. Justin, what do you think about this?
When these guys first created Spider-Man, Hulk, Fantastic Four, it was amazing. It's just amazing to see them back together, really just rewriting the way that comic books work.
No, I know. And, you know, we're finally seeing all of their classic, well-defined characters coming back together.
I mean, the romance between Die Hard and Vogue, to see that played out here in this book.
God.
Oh, it captures...
And BlackRock, and maybe that's what he's called.
No, Bad Rock.
Okay, here's my problem with this issue. For those of you who don't know, first of all, Image was a comic book.
Remember the 90s?
Yeah.
Just go listen to the Third Eye Blind song, and it'll take you right back to when Image started.
Some of the biggest name creators in the industry left Marvel, left DC, started their own comic book company. This is back when comics were selling in the millions.
They didn't want to live a semi-charmed kind of life.
Nice. And Image was the company they created. Image sold in the millions. It was huge. So this is bringing those characters together. Rob Liefeld did the layouts for the issue, and then the artists and creators of the characters came back and drew their individual characters. So you have Eric Larson drawing Savage Dragon, Todd McFarlane drawing Spawn.
On the same page, which is sort of ridiculous that they passed around a bunch of pieces of paper.
Right, so it's like the postal service of comic books.
Yeah, it's very nice. Anybody get that?
Yeah, postal service. It's from so long ago. It's definitely right.
I gotta say, where the fuck is Wetworks? You guys. That's my thing.
Wasn't this the main problem, that Wetworks was sold to
Top Cow? No.
Top Cow?
Is it? I think it's Top Cow.
Doesn't matter. Probably a guy on the street bought Wetworks.
Who wants Wetworks? What? They're metal.
So instead they have Fortress coming in, who's the new character. This is Robert Kirkman writing pretty typical superhero crossover where all-powerful new guy comes in and is like, oh, something's wrong, everybody's gonna die.
I can predict the future because I'm wearing a suit.
Yes, a really cool suit.
Which he says over and over again.
And everybody keeps pointing out how cool Fortress is. They're like, wow, you're really cool. I don't like you, but you're cool.
Yeah.
The big bad guy here, in case you couldn't tell from the front, is Al Simmons' Spawn.
Let me just say, excellent choice of the cover. I mean, there are
Thank
6 covers, I think, or maybe I think it's 6 or 8.
6 to 16 covers, yes, depending on how much money you want to spend.
There's a blank
I decided to choose the one that is an actual comic book cover.
Yeah.
So that was nice.
Smart.
Here's the only page that worked for me in here.
Oh.
And this is because really the only Image title I read was Spawn. Okay. Was the splash page of the evil Al Simmons Spawn with the infinity countdown clock thing. I was like, oh, cool. I remember when I was reading Spawn and they had that countdown clock and I was like, what's this going to pan out into? And then it panned down into nothing.
No, they finally paid it off with the infinity clock, just making it totally unusable.
God.
What's the deal with Shadowhawk, may I say? I remember when he first dropped, it was like, is it so controversial that he is a black man who has AIDS? And this, he's a white guy who has a Venom suit.
Well, it's a little more palatable to me as a comic book reader.
Yeah, finally. Finally, no more black people in comic books.
As far as I've been reading and as far as I've been hearing, for Image fans, people who read this stuff back in the day, this is a real thrill. And certainly, kudos to the artists for actually getting the issue out.
That's what I think is cool, is that they actually pulled off everyone passing on the drawing. That's an interesting story. But otherwise, it's so funny. They're all like, at the end, they're like, oh man, the world's all screwed up. Let's go talk to this Fortress guy and see if he can fix things for us.
Oh my god. And how long is this actually going? Is this ever going to finish? That's my question.
You gotta,
I know they are well aware. They're making jokes about, it's never going to come out, but it's never going to come out.
What do you think? Wager?
Wager?
Yeah.
I'm going to say they will finish it, but it won't be with the original artist, and it'll be sometime next
You think they're gonna get like Carlos Pacheco?
Well, they're gonna get that guy that bought Wetworks on the street. They're gonna be like, give us the $1 back.
Yeah, just finish drawing this. It'll all be doodles by the end. The Mega Spawn.
Pretty much. Would you say this is worth picking up?
No. For the story, it's not really interesting at all, I thought, but it does take you back. The nostalgia factor is there when you see Youngblood jumping around. It has that same vibe of Youngblood being just a bunch of randomly made-up characters who just happen to be in the same page.
Cool. So, guys, check us out where you can check us out below and tell them where you can see us live.
Every week, Tuesday night, 8 o'clock, we do a show at the People's Improv Theater here in New York City. Come on down, meet us in person, and we'll sign your blank Image United card.
Oh, and we'll draw a picture of it.
Yeah, I'll draw my version of Die Hard.
Who's wicked?